The Davis and Davis Show is intended for maturish audiences with a questionable sense of humor. The opinions expressed are those of Davis and Davis, but even they don't always agree with themselves. Side effects may include uncontrollable laughter, eye-rolling, and sudden urges to fact-check. Listener discretion is advised, especially if you're easily offended, related to either Davis or operating heavy machinery. Proceed with caution, or better yet, snacks.
I was just... I wish you wouldn't say it.
Understand. Oh, sorry. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
The poor people's ears. Oh my God.
Due to public outrage, we are changing our show. We started kinda gentler, form it so you know. So prepare yourselves for the all-new Davis and Davis. Hope whatever you're doing, then listen to this. Encourage your friends and family to hear. Even the pets you hold so dear. Persuade them all to hearken to our sound. The most professional podcast that can be found. The most calming show that money can buy. We humbly suggest you have a beverage nearby while you are enjoying our oral interlude. The new Davis and Davis will change your mood. We promise an experience so profound it will leave you utterly enraptured and spellbound. An electrifying feeling deep inside. So come along with us for the ride. Hey! Encourage your friends and family to hear. Even the pets you hold so dear. Persuade them all to hearken to our sound. The most professional podcast that can be found. The most calming show that money can buy. We humbly suggest you have a beverage nearby while you are enjoying our oral interlude. The new Davis and Davis will change your mood. Hey! Hey! The most calming show that money can buy. We humbly suggest you have a beverage nearby while you are enjoying our oral interlude. The new Davis and Davis will change your mood. Hey! Hey!
Welcome to the Leering Center, where we have offices in Dallas, Fort Worth, and Canton, Ohio. Because Scott's leering right now. I'm leering
Leering
what
about stuff.
dubstep is, which is it like step music? Is it?
No, it's like high electronica. Well, it was in the last Deadpool movie when he was fighting. Oh God, Cable in the prison. He's like his dubstep still a thing, and it's goes wow, waka, 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 waka. Play that if you want.
I'm sharing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it to. It's a laptop. Give it a second to load.
Take it to like 38 seconds in. That's not a very good representation of dubstep, but you know.
So it's almost like EDM, but a little bit
Crunchier.
slower.
Well, no, a lot of the look up some dubstep stuff. There's some that's kind of aggressive. I just picked a bad one. Put it in the AI and see what it does.
I won't soothe your pain. See your eyes. I see.
It's almost like this is that looped music that's for extra loud competitions for cars
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Very much so, yeah.
Face looks jaded, clothes look faded. Keep walking on, my friend. Face looks jaded, clothes look faded. Keep
Anyway.
walking on, my friend. Where's he gonna go to say hello to? They're hating down the social. Face looks jaded.
That's enough of that. By the way, that's Scott over there, and I am Burke. Welcome to our podcast.
Oh my gosh, everything in my YouTube stream now is fucking
Dubstep.
dubstep, true RGB calibration demo for Sony. Oh wow.
Fuck your algorithm.
I hate my brother. I hate my brother. Oh, those of you who listen to the show on your radio, heading to and from work and stuff like that, you'll notice that the thumbnails change.
We're getting a little out of hand. AI photography is a great thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I have to go into Canva afterwards because the red circle has very strict rules on the size. So I have to edit everything down to 1440 by 1440 to be a thumbnail. Anyways, yes, I am Scott. What are you drinking?
Burke. I'm still got some of that small batch Evan Williams little ginger ale. Tasty. Holy cow, is it tasty?
I might go buy Total Wine tomorrow and pick some up. It sounds like it might be a little bit good. I do have to go get another bottle of Blade and Bow. I am out of that.
I sent you another AI picture. This one is of Kendrick sitting in my lap, and it is so good. I said, make my cat into Batman, and it's so good. It's perfect. I'm Catman. It's just
thank you for sending that, because that's going to become a thumbnail now. All right. You said what you're drinking. I'm drinking. I wanted to do an experiment. Because Bob lived with me for almost a year, and I saw what Bob drank, and I was curious. I was like, let's see if it tastes good or not. So I went and picked up some Natty Daddies.
they're kind of like soda pop for summer.
I'm actually not hating it.
It's not beer. It's like a slightly alcoholic soft drink for summer is really what they're like.
Sorry, I was
Because they're
closing
kind of
my
refreshing.
window.
No, sorry. Did your power come back on, by the way?
Yeah, power's back.
Okay,
Power's
good.
back. And I love having everything on the backup unit now because it's seamless. Like when the power came back on, it was just like nothing. I'm not gonna say that too loud though, because we have
your bad storms are done for the night, so you're good.
anyway.
If somebody hits a telephone pole, you should be okay.
I was gonna say our power lines are underground here.
Sorry, Ohioan. Sorry, my bad.
But they're not underground here. I just remembered that. They're in the back.
Okay.
They're in the backyard. For a car to get into somebody's backyard, yes, they could
A satellite could fall out of the sky. Who knows? You have a tree fall down.
There was like meteors that fell in Boston the other day, just outside of Boston. And the sonic boom is like you can find videos of the sonic boom going off. But then I went and looked at the news channels, and the sonic boom was so massive that it looked like a storm happened over Boston for a millisecond. Like on the radar,
lit up the sky.
No, on the radar, it showed that there was a huge anomaly that covered the entire area of Boston.
Oh, wow.
It was cool as shit.
There was that one that hit Medina a few months back, and people were out there finding the fragments and everything. It was kind of a big deal for Medina.
Well, it's Medina.
It's Medina, yeah.
It's Medina. And I was looking up some weird shit not too long ago, actually a couple of days ago, on Ohio and the Medina area and all this. And I'm like, hey, tell me what the crime statistics are. And they're like, well, Medina is in the 45 percentile, blah, blah, blah. 100 is the worst crime ever. 0 is the least amount of crime. They're 45, so almost halfway. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck are you talking about? This website is wackadoodle because they started to list the like violent crimes. There hasn't been a murder in Medina since the gentleman that Steve Sepik killed. Steve Sepik went to high school with me, and he beat a guy with a hammer. He's on death row right now.
Oh, geez. Just so you know, you're very pixelated, but that's because I have a 3 megabyte per second upload speed. So I think it's my fault.
Ooh, I haven't done a speed test in a while. Let's knock out a good old fashioned speed test.
It's time for the Davis and Davis Show Speed Test.
What's wrong?
Oh man, it's getting worse.
You in trouble area?
I'm 287 down and 2.09 up. Good
Jeez.
God. It's bad. You look like Max Headroom when you're moving around. You're like,
I don't know if I'm much better. I'm 255 down. But upload is only 12.
Oh, you just got clear. Oh, now you're back to pixels. It is what it is.
How weird is that?
We're in the 3. No, we're in the 2s. Man, that's horrible.
Okay, now I'm.
We're not going to stop the show to reset everything. Well, I might have to. Good God.
Now I'm at 500 down, and still 12 to 15 up, which is.
You're. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. you're better now. So hopefully it'll stay this way for a while. Okay. Where were we?
Hmm.
Thank you for riding the speed test with us here at the Peanuts and Data Show.
We did my segment first the last time. Why don't we do yours?
Because it's really short, much like my Johnson. I saw this thing on there and I had to look it up. Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of boned. I saw somewhere on social media where Red Bull supposedly bought out Spirit Airlines. That's false. I was like, oh, that'd be awesome, man. Could you imagine all the airplanes in the Red Bull livery? That'd be flipping awesome, man. But sadly, alas, no go. I'm thinking, why wouldn't they buy? That would solve all their problems of using planes to move all their crap everywhere. They'd have their own airline to do everything. That sounds like the perfect match made in heaven, doesn't it? But anyway,
It does.
I was like, I got a couple 747s. We're good to go. Load that crap up. That's about it there. And I do have a question for you. If a trans person goes missing, would they put their face on a carton of half and half? That was sent to me by Damien, my friend who shares my dark sense of humor.
I love that.
Well, he's Canadian, so you know, war crimes.
Shit. So I sent Burke a video the other day that he was supposed to watch. That you watched, right?
The only one I remember is the little off your golf course one.
No, I sent you another one that
I might have missed it, and I apologize. Yeah, there's Janie Lane. What happened when Ireland? Yes, I did watch that. Yes, I did watch that. It was very interesting.
So we went through the antitrust lawsuit with Ticketmaster and Live Nation, which they are. The lawsuit was settled with the DOJ, but I don't think it's over. I do not believe it's gonna be over. The other video is gonna be up on davisanddavisshow.com. Just look for the episode Christopher Lee Part 2, and it'll be on that page. It was a very interesting video. It's called "What Happens When Ireland Caps Ticket Resale Prices," which ultimately I think America is going to have to do. Now, Ticketmaster, Live Nation, both the same company, are dead against this because they own StubHub, which is a resale ticket website that they make a shit ton of money off of. I'm upset with our government for accepting a plea deal. That was a stupid thing to do, because you didn't solve the problem. And I mean, you're best buddies with Kid Rock. It was Kid Rock that came to you with this problem, and you didn't fix it.
Big corporations looking out for other big corporations. What are the odds?
There are two things in America that I think need to happen. Dynamic pricing needs to go out the window. If you're going to go on tour with the show, you figure out what it costs to do that show what it costs for you to make a profit on that show.
Reasonable.
You set a ticket price and everyone pays the same ticket price. You don't have dynamic pricing where if you're in LA, you're getting charged $1,200 per seat because everyone in LA wants to buy your tickets. And then you come to Dallas and your ticket is $52 because nobody likes the type of music that you play in California.
So do y'all like Taylor Swift out there?
Only the gay females.
Well, they make good cowboys. There's probably a few of them out there.
But so Ireland, and in this video, didn't you think that it was kind of interesting how they said scalping's going to happen. You're not going to stop everything.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely true. I mean, the only way to stop it all is to send police to every concert that ever happens. And that's just not going to happen. But
not feasible.
But the price gouging pretty much stopped in Ireland. Why aren't we doing stuff like that here?
Because big corporations look out for other big corporations.
Yes.
And our government is run by everyone, a big
corporations.
So we're fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked. On the other hand, because we are run by a big ass corporation, they had the money to fix every fountain in Washington, D.C.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. It's a miracle.
Dude, well, it's the 250th anniversary of our country, you know. Our founding fathers really wanted this piece of shit to keep going.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd be so proud of us.
Oh, they'd be turning in their graves right now. They probably are.
They probably are.
Okay. I don't leave my house that often. I don't like to spend money.
And B, public sucks.
Well, that too. I don't like people. So no,
it's a win-win for everybody. I don't spend a lot of money and I don't deal with the public.
But I went out today. Dude, I'm apoplectic at what is going on in this.
Dude, that's a great word. That was a great word.
Thank you.
Kudos.
My mother used to use it with me all the time.
Because you set her into apoplexy. Yes.
But I went by 3 gas stations. One was all the way up at $5 a gallon.
No goodie.
The other 2 were above $4.
We just dropped down to $4.25, which that just makes me want to throw up a little bit, saying we're all the way down to $4.25. But yeah,
here, hang on. I'm gonna get
you
a
need to put a
band
scrunchie in your hair so you can put your headphones on.
I literally just bought a package of them.
Your little man bun.
I'm gonna walk around the island with my ponytail.
Can you do one up top like your little samurai warrior? That'd be awesome, man.
So it's to the point now where when I eat anything, hair is in my mouth unless I tie it back. Anyways, we have the 250th anniversary of our country on July 4th. If this motherfucker thinks that people are going to travel to DC, you're going to get a bunch of locals, but I'm sure as shit not going to. I mean, I looked up an airplane ticket to DC and back, $700.
No thanks.
And that's on Frontier.
I don't like anybody in that fucking town anyway. Why would I want to go there?
I want to see all the fountains work. I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah. The fountains. Yeah, I get the fountains. Yeah.
Dude, the motherfucking fountains haven't worked in 25 years. It's important. I want to go stick my wee-wee in it.
I got to pay. All that running water? No thanks.
Did you hear the news?
Probably not. I don't watch the news.
What the hell is this? Damn! Well, that's what that is.
That's what that is. Okay.
It is time once again to call Robert Smith of The Cure and see if he is depressed.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Smith. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling quite depressed today.
There you have it. Robert is depressed. Again. And now here is Burke Davis with the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift update.
They're still engaged.
That was Burke Davis with the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift update. And now here is Dirk Bavis with the Adele update.
She's still dating someone.
That was Dirk Bavis with the Adele update.
New from K-Tel, the revolutionary new album called Conk Rock. In an unprecedented joint venture with K-Tel and Bob, the big conk, Kansa, Bob lays down all your favorite hits. On the Conk, with hits like Shell Shock from Tori Amos, Blow My Mind by Neil Young, plus one of Bob's favorites, Inagada da Vida. Plus, you get such hits as Blow Us a Song, You're the Conk Man, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Blowing in the Wind. As a special bonus, you'll also get Bob's famous rendition of Free. Order now and get an entire 2-pound bag of sand for absolutely free. Wherever you are, just pour the sand on the ground, kick off your shoes, and be instantly transported to the tropics with Conk Rock.
Send a check or money order to Conk Rock, P.O. Box 26624, Shell Lake, Wisconsin 54871.
Gotta love your Conk Rock. We didn't play that last week with Bob.
Oh yeah, shoot. We did. Well, we don't ever play when they're on the show, but yeah, he's heard it. Yeah, I sent him that directly. Then like Jeff was like, "Can we share this with people?" But hell yeah, you can share it with people.
Celebrity deaths in the news.
Hitting Burke with one. This came out, I don't know how long ago. Clarence Carter died. Burke looks perplexed.
I feel like I should know that name, and I'm not sure why.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking.
That's right. Clarence Carter, the writer of the #1 song in the 80s.
Have you ever made love just before breakfast? Have you ever made love while you watch the Late Late Show?
Has died.
I think Backdoor Santa was one of his best efforts.
Well, let me ask you this.
Backdoor
Have you
Santa
ever
was
made
good.
love on the back seat of a car? I remember one time I made love on the back seat of a car.
As a matter of fact, let's see here. I think I have it right here.
Dude. That's where Run DMC got their groove.
Yep.
I make my runs about the break of day. They call me Backdoor Santa. I make my runs about the break of day. Oh, oh, oh. I make all the little girls happy while the boys are out to play. Look at here. I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year.
I don't know. I don't know if this is better than Stroking.
I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year. But look at here. I come running with my presents every time you call me dear.
Oh.
Look at here. I keep some change in my pocket in case the children at home. I give them a few pennies so that we...
All right, Clarence Carter died at age 90.
That's a hell of a run, man. Hey, do you know why Santa has such a big sack?
I don't know.
Because he only comes once a year.
That
tracks.
That tracks. Wow. Did you know that Strokin' was released in 1986?
I actually kind of remember hearing it on the radio.
I'm actually kind of amazed that it's that old.
Yeah.
Which meant that, well, for me, that's high school.
Yeah.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking.
All right, Clarence Carter, you will be missed.
We hardly knew you.
Barely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little break here. We're going to go out to Stroking. Burke's going to get his groove on when we come back.
Talk a little bit more. Let's do this thing.
We're going to rock this show. Is it the Late Late Show?
It's getting there.
All right, we'll be right back.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever made love on the back seat of a car? I remember one time I made love on the back seat of a car, and the police came and shined his light on me, and I said, I'm stroking. That's what I'm doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. Let me ask you something. How long has it been since you made love? Huh? Did you make love yesterday? Did you make love last week? Did you make love last year? Or maybe it might be that you're planning on making love tonight. But just remember, when you start making love, you make it hard, long, soft, short, and be stroking. be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. Now when I start making love to my woman, I don't stop until I know she's satisfied. And I can always tell when she gets satisfied, because when she gets satisfied, she started calling my name. She said, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit, Clarence Carter. The other night, I was stroking my woman, and it got so good to her. She told me, let me tell you what she told me. She said, stroke it, Clarence Carter, but don't stroke so fast. If my stuff ain't tight enough, you can stick it up my, I be stroking. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. I be stroking. I be stroking. I be stroking. I stroke it to the north. I stroke it to the south. I stroke it everywhere. I even stroke it with my. I be stroking. I be stroking.
No, I don't want to. Have you figured out the song yet? English band. Once the tag hits, he's gonna know it.
Light. Men at work. Blinded by the Light. And for man.
Oh, I love this band. I love this song.
It's amazing that they did. There she was, just walking down the street, and this song.
Yeah. I mean, I've played this like several times on the show. Burke even. I know the lyrics now.
Yes, revved up like a deuce.
80 years old, and this motherfucker's still touring.
Damn.
Now he's got a new lead singer.
One would hope.
God, I really want that band to come to America. I didn't look to see if they were playing any date.
Coming to America.
It's called Manfred Mann Earth Band, MMEB. And Manfred is not the lead singer. He is the keyboardist.
Looks like they are in Norway, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland. Nothing in the U.S.
Anything near Christmas?
December 10th and 11th is Rübingen, Switzerland.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
Stomach discomfort can quickly ruin special moments. Mylanta provides fast, soothing relief from heartburn, gas, and bloating. Trust the #1 doctor-recommended antacid for effective results. Feel better now. Choose comfort with Mylanta today.
Alrighty then.
Welcome back to the Davis and Davis Show.
So Lance said that my bumpers were too long. This bumper is actually only 30 seconds for him to say, welcome back to the Davis and Davis Show, which 30 seconds is the official bumper time for any TV show.
Maybe he was referring to the our intro songs, which are like 3 minutes long, but fortunately, most of our podcasts have the skip button for 15 seconds or so. So it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of live YouTube shows, and they'll have a fucking 3-minute intro before they start their show just to get everyone into the room. So it doesn't. Fuck you, Lance. Fuck you and your asshole, goddamn motherfucking dog shit living life. Whatever. I don't mean any of that, but we'll there it is. There.
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix we'll fix we'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post.
I don't know why that one drop doesn't work the first time
hesitates. Yeah, it's weird.
Weird. Anyways, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna finish up our oral interlude.
Oral interlude.
I am gonna take all the lyrics from that and put it into a song. Use these lyrics.
Oral interludes.
Interludes. Maybe I'll do it as a dub mix.
Oral interludes. That'd be fun. All righty, man. Let's talk about our boy Chris. This next chapter is entitled The Prince of Darkness.
Which he was.
So, when Christopher Lee told his family he wanted to be an actor, his mother was completely horrified. Because in 1940s Britain, acting was seen as a tawdry, unstable profession. Definitely not befitting someone with imperial blood. His cousin, Ian Fleming, was just as skeptical. But Lee was unyielding. He figured after what he'd seen in the war, nothing in the theater could ever truly scare him. He started hitting up London talent agents.
Okay. Didn't mean to interrupt this.
No.
I'm still flabbergasted that Christopher Lee and Ian Fleming were related.
I know, right?
That just blows my mind. I mean, Ian Fleming had a house down in Key West. He loved South Florida, loved the islands down there, and all that. And I just can't, because I know that he's British, but he's also quintessential Americana because of the amount of time that he spent here in the Keys. In the first show when you mentioned it, you were on a roll, so I wasn't gonna stop you then, but I'm gonna stop you now because that's fucking amazing. And what makes it even better is Christopher's, sorry, I had spit in my mouth.
Excuse me.
Christopher's life in the military and Ian Fleming's life in the military are both shrouded in secrecy. Like, we will never know what those two actually did.
Nope. Dan kind of don't want to know.
Yeah. But I just, I mean, it brings back some of Ian Fleming's writings may have had Christopher Lee
as the basis. Yeah, absolutely.
As the basis.
Absolutely.
Okay. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was just a thought that went through my head. And I was like,
nope, it's all good, man.
I got to put that in there.
There you go. So, yeah, he's hitting up all these talent agents, and all of them are going, yeah, no. Over and over again, here the same critiques. You're too tall. At 6'4", he completely towered over every traditional leading man. Others told him his face looked too foreign with his sharp features and dark eyes. They wanted cheerful, blonde, boy next door types. And for nearly 10 years, he struggled. He played tiny, uncredited bit parts, the silent soldier in the background, a random guy holding a spear. He was so broke, he often survived on one meal a day and walked miles to auditions because he couldn't afford bus fare. It was a bad 10 years for this poor guy, but he had the discipline of a soldier and he kept showing up. Then in 1957, a tiny independent studio called Hammer Film Productions decided to make a horror movie. And they had the rights to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And they wanted to do something radically different from the old black and white Universal monster movies of the 30s. They wanted shocking, vivid Technicolor. They wanted blood that actually looked bright red. And they cast a brilliant, elegant actor named Peter Cushing to play the mad scientist. But for the creature, they didn't need a guy to deliver massive monologues. They needed pure, terrifying physical presence. Someone remembered that abnormally tall, intense guy who'd been floating around the industry for the past 10 years. Lee got the part. And he spent hours getting his face covered in simulated dead flesh. He didn't have a single line of dialogue, but he conveyed the monster's agony and the capacity for violence entirely through his body language, using his extremely long limbs to create an unnatural, jerky gait. The Curse of Frankenstein became an overnight international sensation. It shocked the critics with the gore, but audiences went wild for it, and it put Hammer Films right on the map. It made Lee and Cushing instant stars, and it sparked a lifelong best friend relationship between those two guys. Off screen, the monster and the mad scientist were inseparable, constantly swapping old jokes and watching Looney Tunes cartoons. Hammer knew he had hit gold, and they immediately started planning an adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and there was no question who would be playing the part of the Count. And when the horror of Dracula dropped in 1958, cinematic history was rewritten. Before Lee, the definitive Dracula was Bela Lugosi, the theatrical, slow-moving, heavy accent, very old-school theater. And Christopher Lee completely reinvented the vampire for the modern era. When he first appeared on screen, he looks like a handsome, regal, incredibly elegant aristocrat. But when the bloodlust hits, he turns this primeval animal, moving with the speed and ferocity of a panther, his eyes bloodshot with demonic intensity. I love all the little stuff that AI puts in here. Plus, he brought a dangerous, magnetic sexuality to the role. And for the first time, audiences understood exactly why these women were leaving their windows open at night. It was a cultural phenomenon. Lee's slick back hair and flowing cape, fangs, they became an iconic global image. And this was the new king of horror. But Hollywood loves to put people in a box. And for the next 20 years, Lee found himself trapped in this gilded cage of gothic horror. Hammer realized that as long as they put Christopher Lee in a cape, they could basically just print money. They forced him into this never-ending cycle of increasingly campy sequels. And Lee, he got to the point he absolutely despised what they were doing to this character. He was a classical scholar, and he loved the original book, and he watched these scripts degenerate into cheap exploitation. In one movie, Scars of Dracula, he hated the dialogue so much, he refused to speak it at all. He literally hissed, growled, and stared his way through the film as a silent protest. Whenever he tried to turn down a sequel, the head of the studio would pull up this massive guilt trip. Christopher, you don't take the part, we're going to make the movie. If we don't make the movie, we have to lay off the entire crew right before Christmas. Bound by his old school military sense of duty and loyalty to his working class crew, Lee would sigh, put the fangs back in his mouth, walk onto the set.
Put a ticket, make her gay.
He was determined to prove that he could do more. Between horror shoots, he showcased incredible versatility. He played Sherlock Holmes. He played Fu Manchu. He even got to play the legendary swashbuckler Roquefort in The Three Musketeers, performing his own intricate sword fights with the skill of an actual Olympic-level fencer. And then in 1974, his step-cousin's legacy finally caught up with him. Ian Fleming had passed away, but the James Bond franchise was the biggest thing in the world, and they were casting the ultimate villain for the man with the golden gun. They needed somebody who could match Roger Moore's Bond in elegance, but surpass him in danger. They cast Christopher Lee. They cast Christopher Lee as Francisco Scaramanga, the world's highest paid assassin. And Lee played this guy with the most chilling, effortless charm. Not a cartoon villain.
Best roles ever.
He was polished, professional businessman, whose business just happened to be murder. He really was the perfect foil for Bond. And we talked about this in the Bond episode a long time ago. We loved Christopher Lee in this role. By the late 70s, Lee had achieved everything a British actor could hope for, but he looked around and he realized he was still being stalked as a Dracula character. He knew if he wanted to truly reinvent himself, he had to leave his comfort zone again. And at age 55, that's like your age, right? You're just touch over 55, right? When most people are thinking,
yes, so you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. When most people are thinking about retirement, Christopher Lee packed his bags and moved straight to Hollywood. So here we are with his modern renaissance. Christopher Lee touched down in LA in 1977. He found a city that was a far cry from the gay, polite streets of London. This was the era of New Hollywood. Sun-bleached asphalt, massive blockbusters, and young bearded actors rewriting all the rules of cinema. The very first thing he did was tell his agents he was flat out refusing any horror scripts. He wanted comedy. About what? I don't know.
You like movies about gladiators?
There you go. Mainstream drama and television. He wanted to prove to Hollywood his face looked perfectly fine without any fake blood dripping down his chin. And he pulled it off. He hosted Saturday Night Live in 1978, showcases his deadpan comedic timing, and it completely shocked the audience, who only knew him as a vampire. He showed up in disaster movies like Airport 77. He played the eccentric mad scientist.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh, sorry.
He showed up as
wrong movie.
He showed up in Gremlins 2 as the eccentric mad scientist. And then he lent his incredible booming voice to animated series and radio plays. And for 20 years, he carved out a life as a highly respected, hardworking Hollywood character actor. He was comfortable, but the true masterpiece of his career was waiting for him in the new millennium. And by the 90s, Lee was in his late 70s, and most of his peers had retired or gone. But Chris's life had this strange cyclical habit of saving the biggest adventures for the final act.
I like you, young Bob. You've got balls.
Apparently he had balls.
In 1999, he got a call from a young New Zealand director named Peter Jackson. Jackson was embarking on...
Have fun storming the castle. Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle.
Goodbye.
He embarked on the most ambitious
but it worked.
Cinematic undertaking in human history, filming the Lord of the Rings trilogy simultaneously as 3 massive epic live-action films. Now,
yeah, that was what, 9 years straight.
Yeah,
of filming.
It was crazy, and they filmed back to back to back to back. We did a whole show on that one too. So, excuse me. Now, to understand what this meant to Lee, you got to realize he wasn't just an actor getting a gig. He was a massive, massive Tolkien nerd. He'd read the entire trilogy once a year, every single year, from the time it was published in 1950 to the end of his life. And on top of that, he had the distinction of literally no other human being in that movie could claim he actually met J.R.R. Tolkien in person. That's just cool as shit. I just like this happened back in the 50s. Lee was still a struggling actor. He was having a drink with some of his friends at the Eagle and Child pub in Oxford. It's a famous spot where Tolkien and his literary group, the Inklings, used to hang out. Tolkien walked in, this older academic gentleman, and someone introduced Christopher to him. Lee was so awestruck he could barely stammer out a hello. But during this brief conversation, Tolkien looked at this tall, striking young man and casually mentioned that if a movie were ever made of his books, Lee would make a magnificent Gandalf. So decades later, Lee walks into Jackson's office and he's determined to fulfill that promise. And he auditioned for Gandalf and he showed off his encyclopedic knowledge of the lore. But Jackson, he had a different vision, and he realized that Lee's massive height, booming voice, and innate ability to project this ancient absolute authority made him the only choice for a different wizard, Saruman the White, the wise leader who falls from grace.
I don't know
and
if I
the world.
agree with that, though.
But it's slight typecasting. He always played the villain, and he did it again. But dude, he pulled it off so well. Would he be a good Gandalf? Absolutely.
That's what I'm screaming about. Is would he have been a great Gandalf? I think he would have.
He would have absolutely been fabulous. I don't think he could have beat Ian McKellen though, because Ian is so well. He's just so empathetic, and it's just he played it so well. And let's face it, who then would you cast for Saruman to be the foil to Ian McKellen? It was just it was really kind of a stroke of genius, and I get it. That's what you wanted to do, but he said, yeah, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna go full throttle, man. Those movies came out between 01 and 03. Global phenomena, a whole new generation of kids who had never even heard of the Hammer horrors films looked up at the screen and were utterly terrified by Christopher Lee. He played Saruman not as some cartoon villain, but this cold intellectual arrogance that made his portrayal feel incredibly real and deeply tragic. But the universe was not done with Christopher Lee just yet. He was in the middle of filming The Lord of the Rings, and another director came knocking, George Lucas. Lucas was creating his Star Wars prequel trilogy and needed a villain who could carry off a heavily dramatic weight of a galactic conflict. That's just ponderous to say. That's just ponderous. He cast Lee as Count Dooku, a former Jedi Master who leaves the Order and becomes a Sith Lord. And here is a brilliant little meta-textual Easter egg for film buffs. Lucas actually named the character Dooku as a direct homage to Dracula, the role that defined Lee's youth. So at 80 years old, Christopher Lee steps onto the set of Star Wars Attack of the Clones, wearing a cape once again, but instead of fangs, he's wielding these curved lightsabers. And he performed a lot of his own complex swordplay choreography because as we all well know, he could actually fence very, very well. And then he became one of the only actors in history to be a major defining part of the two biggest cinematic franchises of the 21st century at the exact same time. So, you would think, after conquering Middle Earth in a galaxy far, far away, a man in his 80s would finally sit down in a garden, drink some tea, and enjoy his legacy. But no, Christopher Lee didn't understand the concept of slowing down. He almost believed that if he ever stopped moving, the ghost of his wartime past would finally catch up with him. So, in 2010, at the ripe old age of 88, he embarked on what might be the most bizarre and wonderful chapter of his entire life. He became a heavy metal musician. Because why not? He'd always loved music. He was a trained opera singer, which you got to admit, like Bruce Dickinson, there's a lot of operatic people that have made the crossover to pop or rock or heavy metal. It's not unheard of, so I get it. He realized the power and the theatricality and the dark grandiose of operatic voices that perfectly matched up with heavy metal. And he teamed up with a symphonic metal band and released a concept album called Charlemagne by the Sword and the Cross, which we heard earlier. This album was an underground hit. But picture a 90-year-old Christopher Lee standing in front of a studio mic, surrounded by, these roaring electric guitars and double bass drums, singing about his own ancestor Charlemagne and shedding the blood of the Saxons. He didn't care if people thought it was eccentric. He loved it. He loved it. He loved every second of it. Then in 2013 at 91, he dropped a heavy metal single called Jingle Hell, which we have also heard on this channel. The dark, chugging reimagining of the classic Christmas Carol. And believe it or not, the song actually hit the Billboard Hot 100 chart. So this made Sir Christopher Lee the oldest living performer in human history to ever have a charting single, breaking the record previously held by Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett?
When a reporter later asked him why on earth was he releasing heavy metal albums in his 90s, Lee just smiled and said, "My entire life has been about doing the unexpected. Why should I stop now?" So, kind of in conclusion, the final years of his life, he became something larger than an actor. He became a living national treasure, a monument to a world that no longer exists. In 2009, he was knighted by Prince Charles at Buckingham Palace for his services to drama, charity, and officially becoming Sir Christopher Lee. When he walked around, people looked at him with a sense of genuine awe. They realized they were looking at a man who lived through the final public guillotine execution in France, stood in the ruins of the Third Reich, shared drinks with Ian Fleming and J.R. Tolkien, and left an indelible mark on the collective imagination of billions of people. On June 7th, 2015, at a hospital in London, this long, magnificent journey finally came to an end. Sir Christopher Lee had passed away from heart failure at the age of 93. This triggered massive outpourings of grief and celebration. Directors, musicians, heads of states, millions of fans paid tribute to a man who had always seemed entirely immortal. His lifelong friend and collaborator, Tim Burton, wrote that Lee was the last of his kind, a true legend who brought an ancient, majestic gravity to everything that he touched. And when you look back at his life, you're kind of left with this question of what was the engine that drove this guy? Like what possessed him to start off as a low-level mail clerk, survive the horrors of World War II, overcome a decade of crushing professional rejection, and then build a career that spanned generations? The answer is he just refused to play it safe. Christopher Lee understood that life was terrifyingly brief, a fragile spark in a vast, cold universe. And having seen how quickly that could be extinguished in the trenches of war, he decided not to waste a single solitary second of his life. He constantly reinvented himself. He never allowed his age to define his ambition. And whenever he looked at a new challenge, whether it was a lightsaber or a heavy metal track, it was a grand adventure for him. There is one final quote from Sir Christopher Lee that serves as the perfect epitaph for his journey. An interviewer asked him at the end of his life how he wished to be remembered. And he took a deep breath, looked right in the camera, and he said, "Every actor has to make choices. Some people choose to be safe. Some choose to be daring. I have always chosen to be daring. When I die, I want people to say that I've lived a life that is useful, a life that was interesting, and above all, a life where I never, ever gave up." That, my friend, is all that I have about Sir Christopher Lee, and what a life he had.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies, rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Sorry.
Anything to add to that?
There's really nothing to add. I mean, the points that I wanted to discuss, we discussed through the throughout
the show.
Yeah, kind of reminded me of Eastern civilization with the professor coming up through the floor EJ Thomas Hall and then him talking for 2 hours and putting me to sleep.
Sorry. I tried to make it interesting.
No, it was interesting. There's a lot of information in there, and I hate to say it, but there's, like I said, there's parts of this gentleman's life we'll never know.
Yeah.
I can only hope that people in the British government will someday release the information, because both Ian Fleming and Christopher Lee led a life that
incredibly full.
Yeah.
Incredibly diverse.
Well, diverse is a good word for it. Every aspect of their life was different. I mean, it's kind of neat that Christopher Lee saw the last beheading to ever be done in France.
I know, right?
And then move on to killing people, and then move on to acting like he's killing people. I think it's a fascinating story. The whole Lord of the Rings thing was something that I got really, really, I don't want to say excited. I would say it was the era in his life where I started to sit back and go, well, wait, why wasn't he Gandalf? I mean, he would have been a great Gandalf.
He would, but I think the dynamic between Ian McKellen and him worked even better, because I can't think of anybody, if he had played Gandalf, who on earth could have played Sauron as a foil to him? I don't think there's anybody that could have played Sauron to his Gandalf. I don't know of anybody. So I think it was just a wise choice.
I don't know if I agree with that statement, but
give me a name.
This would have been the 90s, like 20 years ago.
Yeah, 90s,
Holy
early 2000s.
Fuck, that was 20 years ago.
More like 25 years ago.
Over 20 years ago. Tom Selleck.
Pee Wee Herman.
No, Tom Selleck. He could have done it.
Tom Selleck doesn't have an evil bone in his body. He could not have played Sauron effectively against Christopher Lee.
He's a Republican. He's got a ton of nasty
he must
bones
be
in his
evil
body.
then, yeah.
He owns guns. Come on. What the fuck?
Oh my.
He's got a Geneva checklist.
Stop calling it a checklist.
He is a...
You were a fucking military genius.
What's his name? From The Beekeeper.
Jason Statham?
Yeah.
He would have been 20 years old. He can play Sauron.
Shit, I gotta add that 20 years thing back in.
25 years ago, who would have been a great Sauron?
That's why I said Tom Selleck would have been perfect, because Tom Selleck was in his 40s, three men and a baby era.
Ted Danson probably could have done a good job as Sauron then. He's tall.
Ooh, Ted Danson probably could have. The other guy, I don't think.
No, you wouldn't have made it.
The guy from Police Academy. God, I have such a bad problem of remembering names nowadays.
Hey, here's the weird thing. There was a lady that worked at Coach House who was related to that guy, and I still can't remember his damn name. Bloody effing hell. Police Academy.
But,
Steve Gutenberg. Steve Gutenberg.
I bet his name was Steve Gutenberg.
It was Steve Gutenberg. How'd you know that?
I don't know. I have no clue. It just kind of popped into my head. Yeah. Very interesting depiction of this gentleman. What we're about to do. We're about to take a little break because I have to pay.
You got to pay.
I got to pay. And when we come back, we'll close this out and go home.
Okie dokie.
The Davis and Davis Show will be right back. Welcome back to the Davis and Davis Show.
Reminds me of the flogging mollies.
On a Burke and she's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working, why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems, I can't take them when I'm gone. Up, 1, here comes the 2, to the 3, to the 4. Tell him bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my Mike, forget, oh Lord. Woke up drunk at 10 a.m. We gonna do this shit again. Tell your girl to bring a friend, oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2, to the 3, to the 4. When it's last call and they kicked us out the door. It's getting kinda late, but the ladies want some more. Oh my good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniel got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. That's fucking messed up, bro. They kicked me out the bar. Please.
His Instagram handle and TikTok handle is Potatosaurus, and he's got a lot of reaction videos and like things not to play at funerals and react without trying to, headbang and stuff like. I love his stuff. So
You know what's fucked up is I was going through the comments of that last song, and they were like, It's AI. And
I don't care.
Oh, okay. It's
freaking awesome. It's like Dropkick Murphys and yeah,
flogging
It's great
mollies.
stuff. Yeah.
That will be the next intro song.
The Davis and Davis show Irish pub mix.
I wonder if I could take the lyrics from our oral interlude and turn that into an Irish folk
jig
song.
So I'm going to circle back around to, we were talking about who could be the bad guy if Sir Christopher Lee played Gandalf. The only person I can come up with is Kirk Douglas. I think Kirk could have pulled it off with the evilness and the smoothness. That's the only one I can think of. So I don't know if he was alive back then, but that's my guess. Just throwing it out there.
I don't know.
I don't
know. What about
Either that
Charlie?
or
What about Charlie Sheen?
He's too short. I mean, I was thinking about the guy that did the video where he's looking at the car, going, "Would you look at that? Just look at that. Just look at that." You're trying to find it now, aren't you?
Shoot, I can't find it now. No, but we could use this guy.
On today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. And that's fucked up. And I'm fucked up.
Who's super tall? I don't know. Why does he have to be tall?
He's just a physically menacing guy, you know?
I mean, Napoleon was short. 5'2".
Yeah, and he lost.
Well, he got exiled to an island, just like Saruman.
Saruman got killed at the end, I believe.
Yeah, he did, but he was exiled to his island for pretty much for after he made the Ugmog, the super orc.
They were going to keep him in his spire forever, and then Wormtongue came up and stabbed him in the back.
He became a prisoner in his own fucking tower. He couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
I don't know.
I digress.
I Jason Statham, all about it. Sylvester Stallone.
I'm gonna fucking take that old from you right now.
Stallone
give me
works
that
for me.
Give me that fucking staff right now, you old greasy wizard.
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, you're gonna give me that staff.
Give me your rock. I have to add.
I got a whole bunch of orcs. Let's get a little tipsy out here, man.
I've run up more stairs than any of you.
I can get to the top of this spire. No, that's Schwarzenegger. Sorry. Oh God, this Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you just actually came up with the most brilliant person. What about Batista?
No, it's gotta be Schwarzenegger, man. You're going to give me that staff of yours right now. The orb is mine.
Batista from Guardians of the Galaxies.
Once again, he would have been like 20 years old. Like he wasn't even in. Maybe The Rock.
Oh. I think that would have changed his entire career.
Well, he played a bad guy like originally in WWE, right?
When
he tried to be the good guy and everybody hated him, and then he turned to the bad guy kind of scenario and everybody loved him.
Well, it's not that he was the bad guy. He wasn't a heel. He was a baby face.
Right.
But a baby face with attitude. That's the only way that I can explain it. He was one.
It doesn't matter that you have elephants.
God, he was so good though.
You smell what the Saruman is cooking.
You have to admit it would work.
It might have worked. Once again, he would have been 12.
I'd freaking shit my pants, but it would work. How else do you? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Me or you?
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Sadly, every time he went to the top of the spire, you would hear,
If you smell what the Rock is cooking. The Rock says, the Rock.
Saruman says, come on, man.
Oh shit!
Come
I got a worse
on.
one for you. You know how the Muppet movies have all Muppets except for like one or two live action people?
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Go ahead.
The Muppet movies have all Muppets except for like one or two actual real actors. If you had to cast a real actor in an all Muppet cast of Lord of the Rings, who would it be and what part would they play?
Hang on. Say that again.
Have you seen the Muppet movies?
Yes.
It's all a bunch of Muppets. And then occasionally they have a real life person like Steve Martin playing a character, right? So they're a real person within the Muppet movies. So cast the Lord of the Rings, all Muppets, except for one human that plays a human part in the movie. Who would it be?
In Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Oh,
like you could have Kermit as Frodo, right? You could have Fozzie as his sidekick. You could have Gonzo and the chicken as Pip and Mary.
Mr. Joel Gray.
You could have what is it, Sylvester the Eagle playing Boromir.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the Muppet Show.
wait, who was the big Muppet with like the absolutely huge Muppet?
Oh God, what was his name?
With the fangs and all that.
To introduce our guest
Sweetums.
so it really makes me happy.
His name was Sweetums.
All right, so Sweetums would be Saruman.
The Swedish chef would have to be Gandalf.
I would agree with you on Fozzie Bear being the fat dude from Frodo's
the
partner,
sidekick. Yeah, the dude from the
what was
one
he in,
live action person.
Sandlot.
No, he was in the Goonies. Sorry, the alcohol has taken over at this point in the evening. We have no longer have any brain cells left.
Oh my gosh, Mary and Pippin would be the chickens.
No, Gonzo and the one chicken. Yes, absolutely.
Gonzo, no,
Gonzo.
Gonzo is Bilbo.
No, he'd have to be Strider.
That's even worse. Miss Piggy is Boromir.
Robin would have to be the dwarf. Hey, I don't know if we should go down those mines. And then one live action real person. Who the hell would it be? Oh my gosh.
Well, hang on. I gotta think here for a second. Who was the elven archer that
Legolas.
Legolas. I would use animal.
No, that's the live action person right there. It'd have to be Tom Cruise.
Oh, that sucks, man. Animal was like, it's animal.
Shoot that arrow. Shoot that arrow.
Arrow. No, the live action person is going to be Gimli, and it's Tom Cruise.
There you go. It's so short. I think you've hit it on the mark there, my friend. Holy crap.
Poor Tom Cruise.
We have 1 minute and 30 seconds to finish this up. We better hurry.
I gotta bring up my Google Drive. There we go.
We have to thank Southwind Racing.
Thank you to Southwind Racing, 344 Racing, Joe's Bar, Pit Crew Jobs. We got 1 minute left. We got plenty of time.
We got time. We got time.
Plenty of time.
I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh and sing a song. I have a very unpopular opinion. I think Heart is 100% overrated.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle.
So tell me how you really feel in 15 seconds.
Oh God. No, wait a minute. We have to put who's the guy from the teacher from Ferris Bueller? We got to put him in the Muppet movie somewhere, somehow.
Oh, Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller. I gotta.
He could be Elrond. You all have to walk all the way to the. All
right, I've got to play an outro. It's the other Don Henley song.
The mic is light and the coffee's cold. Another day, a story's told. We're glad you stayed to hear us out. That's what this talk is all about. Thanks for listening to the show. Davis and Davis Show. We're the ones you need to know. The Davis and Davis Show. If you want the facts or just some news, maybe a few different points of view, check the site for everything you need at Davis and Davis Show. Come and lead. Thanks for listening to the show. Davis and Davis Show. We're the ones you need to know. The Davis and Davis Show.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, it's a World Cup holder.
Like the soccer tournament World Cup?
Holder. For the world. Fits every car, holds every cup.
It has a Carvana logo?
Yeah, Carvana made it. They buy and sell cars, so they made a car cup holder. So, got any good cups lately?
I used to, just couldn't figure out where in the world to put them.
The World Cup holder, brought to you by Carvana, proud sponsors of the World Cup holder.
Sign up today to win yours at cup-holder2026.com. Not authorized or endorsed by FIFA. Not a real product. For parody and fair use purposes only.